Well, hello everyone, and welcome here to Bow, New Hampshire. Nick Anastas, Justin Gorham with you, getting set for the NHIAA Division III Girls Semifinals between Stevens and Concord Christian. First of two semis here at a neutral site. The two winners will battle for the state crown tomorrow night at Keene State University. Of course, that championship game will be brought to you here on the NFHS Network. Our crew from Friday Night Lights, New Hampshire with you. Glad you could join us. Let's start with Concord Christian. How about a 17-1 regular season after making the jump up to Division III after winning the Division IV championship a year ago. Stevens, meanwhile, as a 3 seed, 14-2 during the regular season. We pause for the national anthem. Our broadcast today, as it always is brought to you by Beals Insurance Agency, with locations now in both Bedford and Londonderry. Whether you need home, auto, or business insurance, Beals Insurance will get you both the price and quality coverage that's right for you. Just call 603-471-9999 or visit BealsInsurance.com to request a free quote and start saving money today. Again, that's BealsInsurance.com.
Hey, I'm Chad, the owner of New Hampshire iPhone Repair. We're New Hampshire's most trusted and affordable repair shop for your iPhone, iPad, iPod, and even Android needs. Don't worry, we're affordable, reliable, and we back our parts with a lifetime warranty. And you know what the best part is? No, what? We can repair your phone while you wait.
I know, that's why I'm here.
Oh, I know, Mrs. Green. Here's your iPad, good as new. Bring your phone into New Hampshire iPhone Repair today.
The New Hampshire Tomahawks promote the highest level of club lacrosse competition, not just in the state, but in the country. Looking to get recruited, Director Chris Cameron keeps an open dialogue with the nation's top college lacrosse coaches. Over 400 New Hampshire Tomahawks alumni have played at the college level, including the ACC, Big East, Big Ten, Ivy, NESCAC, NE10, and more. New Hampshire Tomahawks coaching staff has over 100 coaches, including current high school, varsity, and college coaches. The Tomahawks offer training for players of all ages, clinics, camps, and leagues, along with spring, summer, and fall elite teams. So play with the best. The New Hampshire Tomahawks, showcase and development for college lacrosse. Visit NewHampshireTomahawks.com and girls.nhtomahawks.com. How can you reach your team's fundraising goals at no risk and no cost? MG Sports offers a variety of products to make your team's fundraiser a success. Their products include tickets and discount cards to hundreds of local businesses. MG Sports now has a digital platform where athletes can raise funds in the comfort and safety of their own home. So become another athletic program like Bedford, Goffstown, or Memorial that sets fundraising records every season. MG Sports, fundraising made easy. Visit mgsportsfundraising.com to start raising money for your team today.
Buy local and save big. For over 26 years, Spectrum Monthly has been providing great local offers from businesses in New Hampshire and Massachusetts, delivered to your mailbox every month. Spectrum is chock full of savings from your favorite businesses. From local restaurants and retail stores to entertainment, fitness, and home improvement services. You'll have easy access to thousands of dollars in savings, including exclusive offers for Spectrum readers. Every month, enter our readership contest for a chance at winning cash and local gift certificates. Spectrum Monthly, no one brings you better offers.
Well, again, a good crowd here, and we should be in store for a good one, a pair of good ones. Of course, top seed Conant will take the floor later on. 7 o'clock Eastern, they'll take on 5th seed Hopkinton. These two teams, Justin, did not meet during the regular season.
Well, then this should be interesting, because when you don't see someone once, at least once, right, you got to hope that they scouted each other to make sure they kind of know what's going on. But we know that there are multiple relationships of, looks like sisters on this one team over here, Concord Christian, which means those girls probably have played together for a long time. And Stevens, you know, they're 14-2, so not that far off in terms of records. So this should be a very nice surprise when they play each other. Who plays zone? Who plays man? Are they going to know what each other does? We'll find out. We're both going to find out, and they will too.
All right, 3 officials. Bruce Mason, Hunter Judd, Michael Crosby. 3 of the best in the biz here for the first of 2 semifinals here in Bow. Tip won by officially the visitors. Stevens in their road uniforms as the number 3 seed. Shot blocked inside, kicked out. Kylie Bundy, a good look, and that 3 ball is up and in.
Nice shot. They're playing 2-3 zone. You see a definite size advantage for Stevens right away in the beginning. You can see it inside. 3 girls inside. They're playing 2-3 zone as well, and they have some size.
Sarah Muir rejected. Loose ball tracked down by Stella LaVertu.
Little evidence of that size in that blocked shot right there.
We have the game's first turnover. We'll give it back to the Kingsmen. As we said, Concord Christian looked very good a year ago when we saw them here on Friday Night Lights, New Hampshire, capture the Division 4 championship, an 18-point win in the finale over Derryfield. A lot of that same team back, new division, no problem. As we mentioned, 17-1 during the regular season. Backdoor feed is going to lead to free throws as Sarah Muir is fouled. And the freshman will head to the free throw line.
Not a 2-3 zone either. It looks like almost like a 1-3-1 zone. They came way out to the top, and this is going to pose a bit of a problem with a size differential, I think.
First foul of the game goes against Alyssa Paquette, the senior. First free throw, slightly off target there from Sarah Muir.
Got 2 Smiths, 2 Muirs, and 2 Roos, Nick, tonight. It's going to be family affairs.
And, of course, there's Lily Carlisle, who, of course, on the bench, Rebecca Carlisle. So family connections everywhere, as we know.
All over the place.
With
That's
Concord
awesome.
Christian. Meanwhile, Stevens goes inside. That shot partially blocked, and then a foul on the way down is going to go against Paquette. And that is going to be number 2 against Stevens' starting center.
Frustration foul. Thought she got fouled, came back hard. Wow, 1 foul? Or is that 2?
Yeah, that's 2.
2
so
fouls,
Paquette
that's right,
sit
23, 2 fouls.
as the head coach, Steve Condon, has a word with his starting center on the sidelines. We get an early look at Sarah Faro, the senior. Here's a steal. To the rim, spin move, banker is good for LaVertu.
Good right-hand reverse after the spin move on the steal, so it's a 1-2-2, really high. Double dribble turnover right away.
Yeah, this Stevens crowd making themselves known. Supporters of both teams still coming into the gym here at the neutral site. And not quite to capacity yet, but getting there. A good early crowd here for this early start, 5:30 Eastern. Yeah. Stevens, I think they got the start they were hoping for. A 5-0 lead with the basketball, a minute and a half gone by.
Right, and then Concord Christian switched to a man. They got to make sure they can get some stops.
Inside, help defender, got a piece.
Good hand straight up on that with no foul.
Emma Smith looking to push it up the floor. Rio, the runner, follows her own miss, kicks it back out. Long 2 around the rim, another offensive rebound. It's Carlisle who gets her team on the board. The sophomore, the offensive rebound and put back.
Full court man pressure by Concord Christian.
Trying to make Stevens work. Into the front court comes the point guard, Bundy.
Couple of illegal screens. Yep, okay, we saw that.
The catch is going to go against Carlisle. That'll be her first.
We have to watch those screens up top. They tend to run into each other and not get set a lot. And that was an attempted steal, and she just ran into her.
Both Carlisle and Taylor Rue is going to sit down.
Taylor did not look pleased when she sat down.
First team foul against the Kingsmen. So a 5-2 Stevens lead. Trying to reestablish that 5-point edge. 3-pointer partially blocked. Collected by Faro. Banker.
Almost.
And the rebound again pushed up the floor by Megan Muir.
I'll tell you what, Concord Christian really gets their hands up well on defense.
Banker, they've been partially blocked. Farrow's going to come down with the rebound. And Stevens will slow it down here in the backcourt. Nearly 3 minutes gone by, a 5-2 lead early on for the Cardinals.
Well, man, and Stevens, see if they run something different. They don't have their main post player inside right now.
Try and spread it out. Here's a drive by Tara Sullivan. Sullivan double teamed in the post. That one poked loose. It'll stay at this end.
Tried to use her size, back in a little bit, see if she can go up over the top. And Concord Christian does a really good job without fouling. Hands straight up, blocking shots. They're blocking shots by just putting their hands straight up.
A couple of block shots here early. Meanwhile, Stevens trying to escape the corner. Long three won't go for Bundy.
I felt like we had the shot clock on that one.
Muir going to go up the floor. Chance for the Kingsmen to tie with a three.
Good hands down low.
Here's Caden Rio, just came on, the freshman. And then Muir, a little bit of a shuffle there is going to lead to her team's third turnover.
The fans wanted to travel on the first one, so they got a call on the second one.
A lot of Stevens folks in midcourt in the black and red, cheering on the girls here in the semifinals. Stevens, just 2 losses during the regular season. They were both against Conant. The Orioles, by the way, just came into the gym. They're the top seed, and they will play the second game of our semifinal doubleheader. This one looks like an offensive foul. It's called on the weak side, away from the basketball, and it's going to go against Stevens' Tara Sullivan. Or did I get the wrong number? Isabel Boval, the sophomore, picks up her first. That's the team's third. Stevens going to retreat to the defensive end here, still with their 5-2 lead intact.
Oh, wow, I thought he called that on Sarah Farrow, number 20, but apparently not.
Meanwhile, zone look here from Stevens on defense.
1-2-2, almost a 3-2 where the point guard, or the point on the 3-2 comes way out. It's a tough defense if you're shooting. If you're a jump shooting team, 3-2, 1-2-2 is tough. See, coach has to look at that. They're not matching up. We've talked about this before. We got to match up the gaps, right? So if it's a 1-2-2 or 3-2, the girls, in this case, have to match up each gap to get shots. Shots in the corner, and then penetrate the gaps up top, kick to the corner, wide open shot.
Good timeout here by Coach Carlisle. They want to talk it over. Well, a reminder, tonight we're broadcasting in conjunction with the NFHS. And, of course, a whole slew of sponsors on board for the next few broadcasts, including members of the Army National Guard. Don't give up. They do whatever it takes to achieve success. Find your success in the Army National Guard. Visit nationalguard.com/NH and be on the lookout for the upcoming Guardians of the Granite State event, where your student athletes could win scholarships and more.
That's a great event. Let's hope get some of these kids there. I know in Manchester we got to get a few kids there.
Here is a jump hook out of the timeout.
Tough.
Pretty good look there. The rim won't cooperate for Lily Carlisle. Stevens able to clear the glass.
That's one of the best looks they've had at a shot in the game so far.
Right out of the timeout. Coach Carlisle diagnosed it well. Meanwhile, here's Farrow inside, going to draw the foul.
They did a good job fronting the post, but they got to have a little more help on the backside of the post.
Farrow has played well since coming in off the bench. Able to catch, keep it high, and go right up. Foul going to go against Megan Muir, her first.
Right now we're in a bit of a scoring drought as well. With that 5-2 has been hanging on for quite some time.
Yeah, both defenses have been tough here over the last few minutes. Coach Carlisle going to shuffle the cards again. Megan Muir slaps 5 as she takes a seat. Taylor Rio back in.
Yeah, and they only have 7 players, right? So you got to kind of pace yourself here. So I think she's doing a good job rotating girls through and make sure that they're not tired in the end, especially if the game is close. I mean, right now it's 6-2.
There's a steal. The zone produces a steal. The layup is the result.
Nice shot. Good steal.
The
good
sophomore, hands. Isabella Boval, her first. She's anchoring really this 1-2-2 at the top, right? You want some length. You want some athleticism. Stevens going to force another turnover. Steal this time from Sullivan from the backside. Here's a quick 3 from Bundy, up and in.
Ooh, nice shot.
The junior hit one from nearly that same spot to open up the contest. Her second from downtown.
Absolutely.
An 11-2 lead for Stevens. Largest so far. 3-pointer. Again, a good look from the wing, won't fall, and Farrow's got her third rebound for Stevens.
This defense right now from Stevens is stymieing Concord Christian. They have not seen anything like this.
They've got to travel here up top against Sullivan. Give the ball back to the Kingsmen here with just under 2.5 to go.
She has 2 fouls, right? So they put her back in with 2 fouls, right? Or are we? No, I'm sorry, that's not right.
Paquette has
2 fouls. Okay, kind of confused.
All right. Concord Christian just 1 field goal so far, trying to figure out this zone defense, which seemingly has extended the floor between the circles now.
Yeah, they're trying to push the offense way out, which means you can't take shots that far out. You're just not going to be able to make those. So the further away from the basket you can get the offense to play, the better it is for your defense. Look how far out they are. They're NBA three-point line and back. Good short corner.
Nice pass and nice finish. It's Emma Smith, the freshman. A chance for one more. A little tic-tac-toe there as Concord Christian able to break down the zone with the short passes.
And that's what you have to look for, right? So you're looking for gaps, short corner. Corner shots will be open with 2 in the bottom. But if you match up with the gaps, maybe set a screen with the point defender. You set a screen sometimes and you can attack it that way, and then now you're playing 5-on-4.
3-point play converted by Emma Smith, who played well during the postseason run last year as an 8th grader.
What?
And
are you kidding me? You can do that?
Meanwhile, here's a nice shot up and in for Bundy, starting to get it going. The junior with 8.
Bundy's feeling
there, yeah. And Stevens looking good here in this first quarter. 13-5 lead on the board. Final 95 seconds.
Right now, Stevens is confident. Look at them. They're playing confident.
And they've got the support of the fans who made the trip. 3-pointer from straight away. High arcer won't fall for Kate Smith. Rebound pulled in by Bovell. And now a little scoop attempt from the Virtue, a little short. Concord Christian the other way. Push up the floor. Off balance attempt by Carlisle, too strong. Faro, her 4th rebound, collected on the weak side. Final minute, first quarter. Stevens looking to push their lead to double digits for the first time. They led by as many as 9 a moment ago.
Notice that that's not a good foul. That's a blocking foul on the sort of screen. She really didn't set a screen, but she did move. And I don't know if she was even sure she was going to set screens or not, but she did move.
I think she's trying to get out of the way, to be honest.
Yeah, and I think when you move that way, that's just the way it worked out.
Yeah, that's got Coach Condon upset. Didn't like the call, having a one-on-one here with the official who blew the whistle. So foul trouble early on here. That's number 2 on Sullivan. So both Paquette and Sullivan for the Cardinals with 2 apiece, 5 team fouls on the board.
And those are their 2 probably best inside players right now that have to sit down. So maybe the game will change a little bit, because right now Concord Christian's having a really hard time just getting shots. That one down low at the short corner was a great look.
I'm going to overload here and reverse.
Look at the high
40
post.
seconds.
See, if you can get the ball to the high post, then you can do a lot of fun things.
Easier said than done here. Cardinals.
Defense is fantastic.
Yeah.
They travel again.
Yep. They're going to get Muir for steps.
They
Saw
are.
a little bit of a gap there. Tried to attack, but lifted the pivot foot a bit early.
It's the right idea. Attack the gap, then look. You got to set your feet, though. Jump stop, and then try and kick it somewhere we get an easy basket.
The officials calling a little bit of tight here in this first quarter in terms of the footwork.
Yeah, coach isn't happy. I said, coach on the other side, Stevens, not too happy with that illegal screen call. I don't think he thought it was a screen. He didn't think it was a foul.
Final 15 seconds. Stevens had a chance for the last shot here, an 8-point lead on the board. They go inside, ball tipped, it's up for grabs, and it's pulled in by Carlisle. Sends it up the floor, Muir off the glass, can't get the layup.
Almost. That would have been a great shot, great pass.
And that'll do it for the first quarter. Stevens out of the gate, a 13-5 lead here in Bow. Concord Christian hoping to respond when we come back. Timeout on the floor. You're watching coverage the 2023 Girls Division III NHIAA Semifinals right here on Friday Night Lights New Hampshire in conjunction with the NFHS Network. Our broadcast today, as it always is brought to you by Beals Insurance Agency, with locations now in both Bedford and Londonderry. Whether you need home, auto, or business insurance, Beals Insurance will get you both the price and quality coverage that's right for you. Just call 603-471-9999 or visit BealsInsurance.com to request a free quote and start saving money today. Again, that's BealsInsurance.com. All right, back here in Bow. A good start for the Stevens Cardinals. They lead Concord Christian by a score of 13-5. First of two semifinals tonight here at Bow High. Nick Anastas, Justin Gorman with you. Gorham, excuse me. Friday Night Lights, New Hampshire in the house. Broadcasting, of course, tonight in conjunction with the NFHS Network. Stevens, a 14-2 regular season. They come in tonight as the 3 seed. Concord Christian, the 2 seed after a 17-1 campaign. We will see top seed Conant later. Conant, the only team
another travel
to beat Stevens and Concord Christian this season. Officials calling it tight. Turnover number 7 for the Kingsmen. Give Stevens the basketball back. The Cardinals, if you're just joining us, look good really on both ends of the floor in that first quarter, making plays defensively out of the zone and taking some good shots here on the offensive end.
Absolutely, and they took out their lead, their point player on the defense, Isabella Bovell. Hands were everywhere. She was out far, pushing the offense deep. So
this one kept alive on the floor by Carlisle. Does the dirty work for Concord Christian. Up the floor, Muir, bounce pass. Carlisle had it blocked. That's Kate Smith, rather. Smith going to stay with it and draw a foul here on the baseline. Good effort by the freshman to keep it with her club here with just over a minute gone by second quarter.
And we got Alyssa Paquette is checked back in the game with 2 fouls right now. She had a little hand on that shot as well.
Paquette, along with front court mate senior Tara Sullivan, each picked up 2 in that first quarter, so they got to be careful here.
You know what? We talked about, remember the difference of having 3 officials? So we're seeing a ton more traveling calls right now because of 3 officials, right? So if you're not watching the ball, a lot of officials will ball watch. That's just the nature of the game.
Here's a high-low. Muir trying to stay in bounds.
Almost. Good idea.
Lavertu with the steal.
But that 3 officials changes the way you play.
Three-pointer, too strong from Bundy, and then a whistle on the rebound attempt, and a foul here against Lavertu.
A little bit of a push over the back.
That'll be the 6th team foul against the Cardinals. So Stevens, no, that's number 7.
Yeah,
now
we're
over the limit.
1-1 already.
And we got a 1-1 here for the next 6:26.
7-2 though, Nick. 7-2 right now, foul-wise.
So Lily Carlisle, the sophomore, a couple of points, a couple of rebounds unofficially in that first quarter. Stepping to the free throw line. Her club hoping to cut into this 8-point deficit. They trim it to 7. Miss Carlisle earns a second. Concord Christian, 17-1. Their lone loss, as we mentioned, a 1-point defeat against Conant. The Orioles matched up with Stevens twice in the regular season and went 2-0. The only losses for the Cardinals during the regular season. We will see top-seeded Conant coming up against Hopkinton at 7 o'clock Eastern. This one tipped out of bounds. It'll stay with Stevens. Bovell is back on the floor, Justin, to your point, likely stationed at the top of that zone.
Yeah, I think.
Here's DeRocher, the freshman, able to recover. Pull it back out, and now Bovell.
They need her at the top. You're right, they need her back at the top. She did so much damage.
Got a timeout here. Coach Condon saw something. Yeah, he didn't like something. Going to clap his hands here, bring his girls to the sideline, and likely draw something up here with 2 minutes gone by second quarter. Cardinals out in front 13-6.
And Addison DeRozier, I think, a freshman, was in the game in the corner with the ball, and maybe they were just a little confused about what they were trying to do offensively, because defensively I think they're playing great. Their only issue right now is fouling. They're two inside players. You usually say big players, but girls don't like to be called big, so we won't call them big anymore, except to know that they are the taller players on the team. And their sole purpose in there is to rebound, block shots, and be a defensive threat, which they are. So you don't want to have them come out of the game.
Tonight's broadcast brought to you in part by Service Credit Union. From free checking to the right savings accounts for your whole family, Service Credit Union is there for your financial needs. Learn more at servicecu.org/NHIAA. Nick Anastas, Justin Gorham with you. First of two semifinals. The two winners tonight have to turn around and play about 24 hours later. Tomorrow night, the Division III championship. Yeah, coming up.
That's right.
Of course, these two games tonight were originally scheduled for last night, but snow in the area postponed the game to tonight. So a short rest for the two winners before tomorrow night's Division III championship.
I wonder if most places had yesterday off. I know I did. They probably had a little bit of a day off, maybe a delay this morning like we did. It was great. They have rest. They've been resting.
Well, that shot tracked down in the corner by Paquette. They reverse it. Open look for three. Bundy couldn't cash in that time. Knocked down her first two from nearly that same spot on the wing.
And we know she's going to keep shooting. She looks like she's feeling it, so they're not going to tell her to stop shooting.
There's an offensive rebound. Good pull in there by Kate Smith. And it's back out to Emma Smith, who's trying to redirect the offense. Here's this Stevens zone.
Look how far we are, Nick. Look how far out. We're almost near half court. You coaches hate being that far away. You can't run your offense that far out.
Yeah, Bovel's doing a good job forcing the action at the top of the zone. There's the pass.
Short corner.
And there's the finish.
Beautiful play. Short corner's wide open. That's how you attack those zones at 1-2-2s to 3-2 zones. Short corners and gaps. That was perfect.
Lily Carlisle starting to come on now. 5 points, the team high. Stevens looking to Bundy here. The junior leads everybody with 8 points. Suddenly the Kingsman fans stomping on the bleachers here to our left, trying to cheer on this defense. And a foul is called inside as Paquette was hit on the wrist.
All right. Man alive, I thought Kate Smith did a fantastic job putting her hands straight up. If we get a replay on that, her hands were straight up. I didn't see a foul at all.
Yeah, Smith a little upset. Going to get
that was really good defense.
A quick rest here on the sideline. Stay in the game, but get a quick drink. Maybe a little bit on the elbow.
Hand did lean forward just a little bit.
Yep.
As soon as it comes down.
Good job by Paquette to draw the foul and able to cash in on the first free throw attempt. It's her first point of the night. The senior picked up 2 early fouls in the opening minutes of the first quarter. Now with 2 points, and her team's lead is back to 7 here at 15-8 as we near the midway point second quarter.
There's that zone again, way out, 1-2-2. Look at the high post, all right? High post is open. Short corner. They're just having a hard time finding shots. Look where they have to. Look where they are. They're way out. Now we're moving in a little bit.
Going to reverse it. Cardinals doing a good job on the shift. Into the corner.
You know, I have to
Rio going to bring it back out. Now here's the high post. Emma Smith, power move. Shot though off the glass. Paquette is going to secure the rebound and draw a foul.
He's feisty.
Good play there by Paquette.
Paquette is feisty.
Throwing the elbow a little bit, clearing out the space, drawing the 4th team foul against Concord Christian.
Fast approaching the one-on-one situation on the other side. You know, I was going to say before, because I was trying to I got excited. The women's game itself is a more pure basketball game. It's so unlike the boys' game or the men's game now. They usually run things. They're more patient. They don't just come down and shoot 3 after 3 after 3, and they'll do exactly what you ask them to do. I coached college basketball, women's basketball 1 year. And when you asked them to do something, they would do exactly what you said and do it right. And no complaints, right? The game is just, it's a kind of a throwback to the older game. Not a ton of threes being shot. Just good basketball.
Sarah Meir, by the way, with the foul. And that means that Concord Christian has just 1 left to give. Rebound, Emma Smith here, her second. Good stop by the Kingsmen. They got the ball back. They're down 7, trying to make this a 2-possession game again. As we move inside of 4 minutes to go until halftime. Deep 3, little short there by Sarah Muir. Tracked down off the bounce in the corner by DeRocher, the freshman for the Cardinals.
They've had a couple looks. If those fall later on, they'll be right back in the game. Because right now, I don't feel like they're in the game. They're down 7. They're just not in the game.
Yeah, the buckets have been tough to come by against this zone. Here's Paquette, gets free and lays it in off the glass.
Did you see that pass, Nick?
Nice wraparound from the top.
Beautiful
for the assist.
pass.
Yep, Paquette, her first field goal. Stevens, they pushed the lead back to 9. They held an 11-2 lead about midway through that first quarter, able to match that deficit here. 3-pointer from the wing, Emma Smith. Can't cash in, too strong, weak side rebound goes to Sullivan.
These shots, I'm thinking that they normally make these shots more consistently. I just think they're a little bit kind of, out of sorts right now.
Just not falling right now. Meanwhile, Paquette in the high post. DeRocher passes on the shot. Sullivan will fire. That one a back iron miss. And a good box out here for Rio. Pulls in her first rebound. Up the floor, kept inbounds by Megan Muir. Back out, swung. Stevens going to reset this 3-2 zone. Smith going to attack. Tough shot over Paquette, won't go, and Paquette collects.
There's that Paquette, hands up high, size inside, change that shot, right?
Straight up, too.
And she's got 2 fouls, so she's kind of going to be careful because she doesn't want to get 3 early now.
Yeah, towing that line well so far in the second quarter. She's got it here. She's going to try and power to her right.
And she got hit.
Won't go. Coach Condon thought she was fouled as well. Inside, Smith, good catch and finish. That's Emma Smith, her second field goal. The freshman pushes her point total up to 5, cuts the lead to 7.
They needed to get the double figures just from that for that psyche standpoint.
Final 2 minutes first half, and a pretty 15-footer for Kylie Bundy. She's the first to double figures with 10 points.
She is playing well.
Couple of threes, couple of twos. Meanwhile, open 3 here. Line drive miss, offensive rebound for Muir. And it's blocked from behind. It'll stay with the Kingsmen.
See, they're rebounding, doing a good job rebounding, but look what happens inside size, right? The hands are straight up, blocking shots, no fouls. Paquette's really, concentrating on not fouling. It looks like Tara Sullivan's a little tired.
Got a piece of that last one. Meanwhile, a weaving move, shot won't go. Ball is up for grabs, recovered by Smith. Up top, Carlisle, left-hand drive, nowhere to go. Going to pull it back into the corner. Coach Carlisle on her feet near midcourt, waving her right arm, trying to direct this offense. The zone has been a puzzle.
It has.
To trying to figure out here as we move towards a minute 15 to go.
It's a great zone. They're way out.
Jump shot from the baseline. Muir is going to bury it.
That's what you need. Shoot or shoot.
Been working hard, and that hard work pays off on the baseline, too.
Keep shooting. I think, you know what, Coach is going to say, they're not falling. That's okay. Keep shooting.
Meanwhile, here's a runner, left it a bit short. Rebound taken under the rim by Kate Smith for Concord Christian. Bounce pass, trying to thread the needle. Sarah Muir trying to keep it alive and can't.
That was a beautiful pass, though. Beautiful bounce pass across the key, like you're supposed to make that pass. That's a perfect pass across the key. There it is on replay.
Good defense. Sullivan gets a piece and foils the plot.
Yep, it was a beautiful pass to begin with. Didn't get all the way through, but she had the right idea.
Here's a full court press. Kingsman going to extend the floor defensively here to try to slow Stevens down as we're now inside of 40 seconds until halftime. Coming up at halftime, a look back at the first half, stats, highlights, analysis, and more. Steele up the floor. Smith, the layup won't quite go. It's poked out to Bundy. Stevens trying to pump the brakes here with 20 seconds to go. Coach Condon, does he want the last shot? Inside out instead. DeRocher for 3, up and in.
Woo, where'd she come from?
The freshman off the bench.
Wow.
With her first field goal. Final 8 seconds. Concord Christian down 10 for the first time. Smith, a very deep 3 off the side iron. It's going to roll out of bounds and back to the Cardinals with just over 2 seconds.
A 10-point lead going into halftime. You're going to hold the ball here. Yep, they're going to try and score.
That'll do it. First half in the books. So far, so good for the third-seeded Stevens Cardinals here in this NHIAA Division III semifinals. A 22-12 lead over Concord Christian. Defense been the name of the game so far. Unofficially forced 9 turnovers in that first half. They rebounded well, and as you mentioned, a little bit of a size advantage, and really that zone, the storyline from the first 2 quarters.
I like it because, like we talked about earlier, they're pushing the offense toward half court. You can't run an offense at half court. A couple times they've done a nice job, though, penetrating, looking for the short corner, moving. They have to move more without the ball. They went away from setting the screen on the point player on the zone. You can set a screen and kind of get her out of the picture and then attack that way. You still have to worry about the size of Stevens, though, and these two haven't matched up before. In the beginning, what did we say? They haven't matched up before, and now Concord Christian's like, oh my goodness, look how big they are.
They're going to have to go back to the drawing board here as Coach Carlisle follows her team into the locker room. Unfamiliar territory for Concord Christian. Remember, only a 1-point loss. That's it. All season, a 17-1 record, so playing from behind perhaps a little bit different here for the Kingsmen. Of course, They've got the hearts of champions. They took home the D4 crown last year. They're going to need a comeback in the second half if they want to play for the D3 crown tomorrow night. So we'll take a break, come back, and break down the numbers from the first half with stats and highlights and more in just a moment. You are watching the first of two Girls NHIAA Division III semifinals right here on Friday Night Lights, New Hampshire, in conjunction with the NFHS Network.
Our broadcast today, as it always is brought to you by Beals Insurance Agency, with locations now in both Bedford and Londonderry. Whether you need home, auto, or business insurance, Beals Insurance will get you both the price and quality coverage that's right for you. Just call 603-471-9999 or visit BealsInsurance.com to request a free quote and start saving money today. Again, that's BealsInsurance.com.
Hey, I'm Chad, the owner of New Hampshire iPhone Repair. We're New Hampshire's most trusted and affordable repair shop for your iPhone, iPad, iPod, and even Android needs. Don't worry, we're affordable, reliable, and we back our parts with a lifetime warranty. And you know what the best part is? No, what? We can repair your phone while you wait.
I know, that's why I'm here.
Oh, I know, Mrs. Green. Here's your iPad, good as new. Bring your phone into New Hampshire iPhone Repair today.
The New Hampshire Tomahawks promote the highest level of club lacrosse competition, not just in the state, but in the country. Looking to get recruited? Director Chris Cameron keeps an open dialogue with the nation's top college lacrosse coaches. Over 400 New Hampshire Tomahawks alumni have played at the college level, including the ACC, Big East, Big Ten, Ivy, NESCAC, NE10, and more. The New Hampshire Tomahawks coaching staff has over 100 coaches, including current high school varsity and college coaches. The Tomahawks offer training for players of all ages, clinics, camps, and leagues, along with spring, summer, and fall elite teams. So play with the best. The New Hampshire Tomahawks, showcase and development for college lacrosse. Visit NewHampshireTomahawks.com and girls.nhtomahawks.com. How can you reach your team's fundraising goals at no risk and no cost? MG Sports offers a variety of products to make your team's fundraiser a success. Their products include tickets and discount cards to hundreds of local businesses. MG Sports now has a digital platform where athletes can raise funds in the comfort and safety of their own home. So become another athletic program like Bedford, Goffstown, or Memorial that sets fundraising records every season. MG Sports, fundraising made easy. Visit mgsportsfundraising.com to start raising money for your team today.
Buy local and save big. For over 26 years, Spectrum Monthly has been providing great local offers from businesses in New Hampshire and Massachusetts, delivered to your mailbox every month. Spectrum is chock full of savings from your favorite businesses. From local restaurants and retail stores to entertainment, fitness, and home improvement services. You'll have easy access to thousands of dollars in savings, including exclusive offers for Spectrum readers. Every month, enter our readership contest for a chance at winning cash and local gift certificates. Spectrum Monthly, no one brings you better offers.
All right, ready for the second half here in Bow, and a standing ovation from the Concord Christian fans trying to lift up the players as the Kingsmen looks to erase a 10-point gap to begin this third quarter. Stevens, a 22-12 lead, the third-seeded Cardinals, a 14-2 regular season. A preliminary victory of double digits, 55-39, and then another blowout win of 52-39 to come in here. And well,
no warm-up time,
zone,
Nick.
right? Nobody warmed up.
None.
Both coaches, I guess, electing to keep their girls in the locker room for the max amount of time to deliver the halftime message. So starters back on the floor both ways. These two teams will switch ends, as we know. Stevens will work left to right with the first possession here to begin this third quarter. They were led back in that first half by the junior guard, Kylie Bundy. 10 points, opened up the scoring with a three-pointer on the first trip, and now she has the basketball here against this Kingsman man-to-man defense. Shot looked like went out of her hand a little awkwardly, but Paquette has her second rebound.
I almost thought there was a pass off the backboard maybe and thinking Paquette would get it.
Paquette, the drop step shot, little short, kept alive, and then finished home by Sullivan.
There's Sullivan with that nice little rebound follow. She hasn't made a lot of baskets, but she's made her presence felt like that on defense.
Yeah, comes up with a steal. It was poked loose from behind. It's a defense that was able to force unofficially 9 turnovers back in that first half. That 3-2 zone really looked good at times through the first 2 quarters. Here's Sullivan double team trying to pivot away from the second defender, and Lily Carlisle is called for the reach in. First foul either way here.
She drew that foul. I know the ball was low. She kept the ball low, which you're not supposed to do as a big player. You got to keep it up high. Okay, I'm not supposed to say that.
A tall player.
As a tall player, you keep the ball up high. And you can move and you can keep your elbows out. You just can't really swing them around. But that foul occurred, though, because she had the ball low.
So when tipped out of bounds, it'll stay with Stevens.
Defensive pressure, it seems like Concord Christian sort of upped the ante a little bit and done a little more pressure.
Yeah, it looks like they're extending the defense a little bit.
Got away with a little skip there. I'm surprised they didn't call that travel.
Paquette long 2. Offensive rebound collected by Boval. That one too strong. Weak side rebound for Taylor Rue.
Some high arching shots for the ladies there.
Nice bounce pass.
Great
Carlisle
great pass.
Gets the finish.
Great pass. Even if she doesn't make that, that's another great bounce pass. And you know, as we said at halftime, I loves me a bounce pass.
Kate Smith, her first 2. Crowd chanting defense.
Yeah, there it is.
And there's a double dribble. It's the 4th turnover for Stevens. Good double team here on the wing by the Kingsmen.
They need to do this kind of, they have to do something to change the way they're playing to get turnovers and steals and all that. They have to do something different than they did in the first half. And you know, offensive foul almost there. Got away with a forearm way out, away from the body before the turnover. See, high post, there it is.
Jump shot around the rim and out. Ball tipped off the glass before it's ripped in by Sarah Muir. Back up top, and Concord Christian wants to reset here with nearly 2 minutes gone by in this third quarter. Kingsmen trying to slash the lead down to single digits again. Some of the Stevens fans chanting defense. Skip pass is tipped and stolen in the lane. Good hands by Lavertu, who comes up with the theft.
That was that short corner. Did you see it? Short corner. She just didn't have the height to throw the ball over the top. On the skip pass, like you said, it was a good idea, though. Right idea.
Inside out, Lavertu for 3. Halfway down, it rattles out, and then it's tipped out to Emma Smith, who wants to push. Left-hand shot and a foul on the way up.
He drew that foul. She knew she was going to get fouled. It was 1-on-3, Nick. That's a desperation. Let's go. We got to get a basket, right? Get a basket.
Able to lean into the defender, draw the contact. A savvy play by the freshman, who's going to draw the second personal foul against Boval. 1 team foul each way here in this third quarter. First free throw, no problem for Smith, who's now 2 for 2 at the line.
That's big. Keep an eye on Boval. She has 2 fouls. She has to be in the game for them.
Played well at the top of that 3-2 zone. Free throw in and out. And Boval ends up with the basketball, her 4th rebound. Up the floor, and a foul is called. Good job by Bundy. Able to sprint up the floor and then draw the foul with a lean into the defender to earn the trip to the line, as we see the foul there given to Sarah Muir, her second.
It's a good foul. Did you see how Bundy sort of snuck out? So on the free throw, she took off and was down waiting in the corner. That's old school basketball right there. Send them deep. You know you're probably going to get the rebound if they miss because of your size. Throw the ball down the corner. Boom, quick shot. Smart.
Bundy 10 points in that first half, her first trip to the line. A 1 for 2 trip after she misses the second. Rebound pulled in by Kate Smith. And Concord Christian has it still down 10. That was the halftime deficit. 2.5 now gone by third quarter. High post, turn and fire. It's Emma Smith.
Wide open at the high post.
Her third field goal, 8 points, a team high. Boval trying to split the defenders, draws a foul here in the backcourt.
You know, that's when you got to make sure your feet are almost touching when you're trying to trap. She did a good job going between the traps, see? On the replay, she goes between the trap. You just don't reach. You got to stay feet together almost and don't let her go through and split the trap.
Foul on Sarah Muir, her third. Gonna have to sit here. Stevens with Paquette. Goes down low. And now Stevens will skip. Patience, the name of the game for Stevens. They've been able to limit the turnovers, and they get good shots, including this one here in the lane.
That's a good and one old school three-point play opportunity, but was there a foul?
Yeah, they took it on the wrist, I think. Her second field goal, 6 points now, and a chance, as we said, for one more.
That's a good call. The wizard in the replay. The wizard of the replays got that one.
It's the man behind the curtain now, our director, Ben Beals. Free throw completed. Paquette's 3 for 3 at the line. And the lead, 11 for the first time here. Stevens has been in the driver's seat from the get-go. This one is not, what do we got here? A kick?
Kick ball.
Yep, kick ball against
the intentional kick.
Coming up at the midway point, third quarter. This one tipped.
See, good hands. Their hands are everywhere. Stevens' hands are everywhere. In the passing lane, up top. That's why it's so tough. That's fake high, throw low. Fake high, throw low.
Coach Condon standing near midcourt, cheering on this defense. Got to like what he sees. Another tip pass out of bounds.
They've stepped up defensively. You know, and again, they're not. We're saying this like we don't expect this. They've only lost twice.
Right.
2 losses, and maybe there were girls injured. Maybe they weren't there. You never know what can happen. They're good.
Yeah.
They're good, and it shows tonight. They're a very good team, up by 11. You know, with half a quarter left in the third, or half the quarter left.
Yep. Ended the game on a 3-game win streak, looking for their third straight postseason win tonight.
Boval got away with a swipe there.
Again, the winner will take on the winner of Conant and Hopkinton. That game comes your way next.
They just can't find the basket.
Boval trying to go for the home run pass, hoping to hook up there with Paquette. It's too strong and out of bounds.
Yeah, that's the right idea. Good look.
Just the 5th turnover for the Cardinals. Meanwhile, a timeout here is called. A 30-second timeout as Coach Condon wants to talk it over here at the midway point. Third quarter, his team looking good. They've extended the halftime lead to now 11 at 28-17.
Yeah, you got to feel good. You came out at halftime, and they spent the entirety of halftime in there in the locker room talking. So both teams, no warm-up, no anything. And they came out, and Stevens is doing the same thing, hands in the passing lanes. Defense comes way out. Concord Christian just can't make those baskets that they normally make. Some of those easy baskets, they've missed a couple, and they're still stymied by that defense, I think. They make some shots, though.
They're right back in it,
They can be right back in the game with a couple threes. It's an entirely different game.
Still plenty of time as well, as we know, over 12 minutes remaining here in regulation. Concord Christian, the defending Division IV champions. They knocked out defending D3 champ Monadnock in the quarterfinals to get here. Stevens crowd, they've been loud. They're chanting defense here, trying to edge or cheer on the Cardinals. Concord Christian hoping to get this thing back to single digits. Carlisle, the runner, can't get it. Trying to follow her own miss, does come up with it, but there's Boval disrupting the pass in the corner. Bodies on the floor, and a jump ball is called on the baseline.
Boval is everywhere.
Yeah.
Everywhere.
Good rotation here. It's going to set up an open 3 for Smith, who knocks it down.
Yeah, they needed it right there. Cuts it to 8.
Emma
It's a beautiful shot.
First 3-pointer tonight for Concord Christian. They're back within 8. A little bit of a press here. It's broken by the Cardinals, or did I speak too soon? Steal by Carlisle in the lane. Up the floor, Emma Smith gets the layup.
There it is, 6 points. Maybe a timeout. They score again. I'm sure he's going to call timeout. It's a 2-2-1 right now. 2-2-1 zone press. They kind of didn't get a chance to set up that time.
Paquette full speed down the lane, count it, and the foul.
And that's how you answer a 4-0 run. 5-0 run, right? 5-0. We had a 5-0 run answered quickly.
Paquette able to split the defenders and went down the lane there like a freight train. A good strong take for the senior. Knocks down the free throw. She's been deadly at the line as well. 4 for 4. And Paquette now in double figures with 10 points. Had her minutes limited in that opening frame 2 early fouls. But played strong in the second quarter, and he's come on here again in the third. Meanwhile, Smith, high post J, up and in.
There's that high post again, wide open. They've made some good adjustments. Here's the trap.
And a steal. Poke loose. Muir goes up, off the glass, and the foul.
Oh, another chance for an old school 3-point play like we just had from Paquette.
This press starting to take its toll as well as Concord Christian forces back-to-back turnovers, and they cash in immediately as Muir gets her first field goal. Kingsman within 5 for the first time since the first quarter.
And there's the adjustment. What adjustment did they make? Press. They started pressing now. Zone press, trapping high early, getting steals, and now they're back in the game.
Free throw is good.
Look at that. Now, look at that, a 3-point lead? Maybe, okay.
A little bit of a trap again. Boval almost lost it, able to escape. Bundy skips. Far side, Levertu, the trailer Paquette. The crossover, knocked loose and taken away. Steal by Megan Muir. Concord Christian with the basketball, but to slow it down, they're within 4. High post Smith, backdoor Muir, there's the layup.
Short corner bounce pass on the high post. That's what they play. That's how you play the game.
And here come the Kingsman fans. They're on their feet, and the team forces another turnover.
And the fans are going wild here on the Concord Christian sideline.
They are on their feet. They made the short trip across town lines to cheer on the Kingsmen.
Hey,
Smith,
look at that left hand.
Off the glass, and we are tied.
Did you see that left hand, Nick?
Timeout, Stevens.
There's that Concord Christian team we heard about.
It comes with just over 2 minutes remaining here in the third quarter.
The worm is turned, Nick.
Concord Christian erasing an 11-point deficit. And in the midst right now of quite the run as we get a look at that last basket off the glass.
Thank you, Wizard.
31 apiece here, 2:08 to go, third quarter. Stevens has been in the driver's seat all night up until the last couple of minutes where Concord Christian has come on strong.
I was worried. I was. At halftime, I was a little worried. The defense, the size, it didn't look like Concord Christian had the wherewithal at that point to get easy shots, to get good baskets. But they've made some timely threes, a couple of those and ones that we enjoy, some steals. The press has been huge.
Here comes the press, right?
Leave it in. Keep it going, right? Keep it going.
Unofficially, only 4 turnovers by Stevens in the first half. That number is up to 9.
So just in that quarter, 5 turnovers by Stevens.
Yep, and of course Concord Christian only managed 12 points in the first half. They've scored 19 here in less than 6 minutes.
That is huge
in this third quarter. So it's all on Stevens to try and break the trend. They do break the press. They get it to Faro, but a steal occurs in the lane as Emma Smith takes away the bounce pass. Now Concord Christian looking for their first lead of the night inside of 2 minutes, third quarter. Power move, Carlisle had it blocked from behind.
He thinks she thought she was fouled. Referee is begging for that call. Coach is begging for that call.
Yeah. Coach Rebecca Carlisle not happy that the whistle was swallowed there. Meanwhile, another steal. It's Muir able to jump the passing lane, draw the foul.
Ooh, that looked
Almost got that one to go, but we'll shoot 2 here.
What quickness there. That second half, they're showing quickness. We're doing different things. You know what, though? They're more aggressive this half. Also, first half, a little tentative on defense. Second half, it's like, let's go in the locker room. Let's go, right? Steal after steal. Now you got to make some free throws, though.
And the backs to the wall, down 10 at halftime, and they've responded here in the third quarter as Sarah Muir, the freshman, knocks down a free throw. One more coming, now 2 of 4 at the lane. Both of her field goals have come in this third quarter as well. And again, the Kingsmen take their first lead here at 32-31 with 93 seconds to go in this third quarter. Second free throw is good. Good rotation there, results in the friendly roll. And again, the Kingsmen fans chanting defense. They're seated off to our left. Runner in the lane won't go for Bundy. Tip to the freshman DeRozier. Can't get it too strong. Weak side rebound collected by Emma Smith. Here she is on the step back 3. Too strong. Offensive rebound
shots,
now
Nick.
for Megan Muir. Tipped right back to her.
Second shots are offensive rebounding, which they didn't do in the first half.
Three-pointer, too strong there for Carlisle. Another offensive rebound for Sarah Muir. Another three attempt, Megan Muir, too strong. Sarah's right there for another rebound. Near side, it's Caden Rio's three, won't go. It's bounced back out to Muir.
You're falling in love with the three-point shot right now, Nick.
Down to 40 seconds, third quarter. Here's Smith in the paint. Good up fake and left-hand finish.
That's where the comeback's been, right there, inside. Don't worry about the three. Inside, bounce pass, layup. Beautiful shot.
Emma Smith starting to pour it on here. A monster third quarter for the freshman. The run continues here for Concord Christian as they force another steal. Smith up the sidelines. Muir up the floor. Carlisle left hand won't go, but a foul on the rebound here as both Boval and Muir were tied up. And I think the foul is going to go against Boval, the Stevens sophomore.
I disagree with that call.
And if so, that's
I disagree with that call. See, you know what they
said? No. Who's that against? That's against Concord Christian.
Yeah,
I apologize.
they called it on Muir.
Okay.
Sarah Muir, and you know they do that over the back situation. Her fourth?
Yes.
So they do this over the back thing everybody worries about, but it's not over the back. It's a pushing foul. She didn't push her. She just jumped up and went straight up and grabbed it over the top. That's not a foul.
It's consequential, though. That's number 4. She has to sit here. Meanwhile, Stevens, again, having trouble with this man-to-man full-court pressure. They turn it back over to the Kingsmen with 8 seconds, so it looks like Concord Christian will get the final shot here of this third quarter. They got to hurry. Caden Rio, the leaner, short. Oh, Carlisle almost had the follow, but couldn't quite put it home. So that'll do it for the third quarter. A big one for Concord Christian. The Kingsmen, they erase an 11-point gap. They take a 4-point lead with them into the fourth quarter. Is it their night, or does Stevens begin to come back? We begin to find out next. You are watching coverage of the 2023 NHIAA Girls Division III Semifinals right here on Friday Night Lights, New Hampshire, broadcasting in conjunction with the NFHS Network.
Our broadcast today, as it always is brought to you by Beals Insurance Agency, with locations now in both Bedford and Londonderry. Whether you need home, auto, or business insurance, Beals Insurance will get you both the price and quality coverage that's right for you. Just call 603-471-9999 or visit BealsInsurance.com to request a free quote and start saving money today. Again, that's BealsInsurance.com.
All right, back here for the fourth quarter. And buckle up because this one promises to be a good one. Concord Christian, a 4-point lead over Stevens. The winner advances to tomorrow night's Division III championship out at Keene State. Nick Anastas, Justin Gorham with you from Friday Night Lights, New Hampshire, broadcasting tonight in conjunction with the NFHS Network. It's a packed house here at Bow High School. First of 2 semifinals. We'll see top seed Conant take on Hopkinton coming up at 7 o'clock Eastern. This one has been a good one from the get-go. Stevens took the early lead, led by the junior, Kylie Bundy, who's at the free throw line here. Had 10 points in that first half. Stevens built up an 11-point lead early on in the third quarter, and that is when Concord Christian came alive, the full-court press, and the freshman Emma Smith. A nice 1-2 punch there for the Kingsmen in that third quarter. Smith with 2, 3, 5, 6, 8, 11, 13, 15, 17, 19 points, a game high for the freshman. Into the corner, Caden Rio, open 3, won't go down. Sullivan pulls in the rebound for Stevens. Cardinals with the ball. Hoping to settle down here and start to chip away. They're down 3. Here's a tying shot potentially from Bundy. It's going to ricochet off the rim over the top of the backboard and out of bounds back to the Kingsmen.
You know, you got a freshman in there. You got a young number, 15, Caden Rio in the corner. Oh, no, she's with the ball now, handling the ball with those red shoes.
Yep. Came off the bench and took Sarah Muir's spot after Muir took up the fourth foul in that third quarter. Meanwhile, this one is a long two for the junior Taylor Rio. Her first field goal in points of the contest. DeRozier, high arcer, too strong for the freshman. Weak side rebound for Levertu, off target. And then the rebound wrestled away by Caden Rio. Up the floor, quick right hand finish from Lily Carlisle.
Great pass. They went chest pass that time instead of bounce pass, but it worked out. Here comes the trap and a
foul at midcourt. It's like a triple team there surrounding Bundy.
That was the triple, you're right.
And somebody reached in there. That's going to be the 8th team foul against the Kingsmen, who have quietly built this lead now up to 7.
Yes, very quietly. All of a sudden, you're right.
But a 1-1 on the way here for Bundy.
We need Bundy. Stevens needs Bundy back in the second half to kind of make a few shots. They just got to get the ball across half court, though, without turning the ball over. They need free throws. They need to calm down, slow down, get the ball to the middle of the press. That's where it's open. And Boville's taking a break, but they got to get her back in, I think.
Bundy makes it a 2-possession game again after a 2-for-2 trip.
Bundy's the only one right now keeping him in the game.
She's got 14 points. Here's a steal. To the rim. Yes, sir. Off the glass. The left-hand finish by Levertu.
Yeah, right back to a 3-point lead still. Hanging on. Timeout. Okay, good call. That's a good call. You don't want to let them creep back. You want to maintain your lead.
Coach Carlisle wants to talk it over. A couple of buckets from Stevens. They're back within 3, and that's enough for the Concord Christian head coach to use one of her timeouts. It comes with just over a minute and a half gone by here in this fourth quarter. Concord Christian, they beat Dairyfield last year in the Division IV championship. They make the jump up. A lot of that team back. And again, went 17-1 during the regular season. Split a 2-game matchup with top seed Conant. And speaking of Conant, the Orioles will take on Hopkinton at 7 o'clock Eastern in the second half of this doubleheader. Conant, the only team to beat Stevens during the regular season as well. They went 2-0. These two teams, Stevens and Concord Christian, did not meet during the regular season. So this one has been really a tale of two halves. Stevens, they made their mark on defense in that first half, held Concord Christian to just 12 points at the break, and then it's flipped here so far in the second half with Concord Christian's full court press spearheading the comeback. And that is what has made the change. You know what that is? They went in at halftime, and that's a coaching adjustment. Yeah. So you kind of wonder sometimes, what do you do at halftime? What are you supposed to do when you go in that locker room at halftime? You're supposed to, if you're behind, you're supposed to make adjustments. If you're ahead, you have to be ready for the adjustments. Right. Like I'm saying, you know what I would have said? They're probably going to press. We're going to have to be ready. And they weren't ready. They came out, I bet Coach told them they were going to press, and they weren't quite ready for that level of pressure. Now they're going to hold the ball maybe and make them come out and play man. Get them out of that zone. It's been a 3-2 look most of the way. Well, a good job here by the Kingsmen. No shot clock, of course, as we know. Going to make the defense shift. They find Smith, weak side, and there's the finish.
You know, you can take as much time as you want off the clock. I bet Coach told him that. Carlisle told him that let's move the ball around, see if we can get him to come out, maybe play man. You can just hold the ball. Yeah. They don't have to shoot. They can hold the ball up top, pass the ball back and forth until Stevens decides to come out and play man.
It's a good move by Paquette. A little pull-up, though, won't go down. Body's on the floor. The ball is ruled out of bounds and last touch by Stevens. Good effort there by Levertu, able to sacrifice the body, but landed on that baseline. So the ball goes back to Concord Christian with now 2.5 gone by in this fourth quarter.
Oh, now we're going to see a press from Stevens, the same 1-2-2, full court press.
And that's Boville at the top.
The middle, there it is, wide open.
Smith
beautiful
whips it
job.
weak side. Carlisle cut off. Gives it back to the trailer, and the Kingsmen will reset.
Now if you can bring it out as far as you can, make them come out and play man, stay out of the corners in case they decide to trap. Just keep the ball up high.
Smith with the basketball. She's got a game-high 21 points.
Oh, don't pick your dribble up.
Trying to throw it off the foot of the defender, and that ball ends up turned over to Stevens. Good defense there by the Cardinals on the double team.
Got caught and picked her dribble up. Picked it up way too early and had nowhere to go with it.
Just the fourth turnover of the second half for Concord Christian.
You know, I'm about 1 minute away. I got to get Sarah Muir back in the game.
Bouncer up and in.
There she goes right
Banker.
now. Look at that. Made that basket. Sarah Muir gets up, back in the game.
Sullivan, her second field goal. It's a 3-point game again. Coming up at the midway point, fourth quarter. And Carlisle can't retrieve that one. It's loose. Bogle trying to keep it in bounds, but can't toe the sideline. And Concord Christian catches a break here as they'll get the basketball back. And just like you said, Justin, here comes Sarah Muir, the freshman guard, back into the game despite the 4 fouls. Yeah.
You need her back in the game. She has been there. She's their floor leader. Throughout the game, she's made all the big decisions, had the big shots.
And has played excellent defense. Meanwhile, jump shot too strong for Carlisle. Paquette wrestles the rebound for Stevens.
And Muir almost got another foul right there in the rebound. It was close.
Can't reach, right?
Yep.
Paquette.
Had to play smart.
Inside out, three-pointer on the way. Too strong for Bogle. Tipped and then corralled by Smith. Long pass up the floor. Muir, the banker, too strong. Smith has her back. Follow with the left, won't go. Paquette trying to clear the rebound, and a jump ball is called under the basket. It's going to stay with Concord Christian.
I thought Muir got hit right on that layup. She got bumped. She was waiting for contact. She went up and expected contact. She got contact. Second half, Nick, they're letting them play in the second half. I know there's 8-3 foul-wise, but they're letting some of these plays they called earlier go.
Yeah.
Look at that. Beautiful
Smith
bounce
down
pass.
low, up and under. Kate Smith can't find the over-the-shoulder shot, but it's poked back out to Carlisle. Concord Christian in no hurry. A 3-point lead on the board, now inside of 3.5 to go, fourth quarter. Muir inside out, ready to fire as Caden Rio knocks down the three.
Ooh, the freshman from the corner.
Her first field goal.
Confidence.
And it's a big one. It doubles the lead for the Kingsmen.
That shows you the confidence that the other players have in the freshman to make that shot.
Paquette inside. Fouled on the way up. No, they wave off the basket. It's a traveling violation.
If you're going to call that, maybe the Wizards can show that again. I thought you traveled before that, and then they call the foul. Let's take a look at the feet.
Yeah, that back left foot maybe lifted a
couldn't
bit.
even see it there. I think she traveled before he called it, and then that was odd. Yeah, that's a tough one.
The Concord Christian defense forcing another giveaway. And now a timeout here on the floor with just over 3 minutes remaining in this one. It's been a good one, as we've mentioned. And, of course, the winner earns a right to participate in tomorrow night's Division III championship. We'll be live from Keene. Back-to-back is right. Due to the snowstorm, these games were moved 24 hours to tonight when they were originally scheduled for last night. Of course, the other side of the bracket, that game is coming up next. The second semifinal here from Bow High School. Top-seeded Conant taking on Hopkinton, the 5 seed. That'll get underway at 7 o'clock Eastern.
We can only hope that that game is as good as this one. This has been great.
Big shoes to fill.
Oh, huge. We've got a great game going back and forth. Can Stevens readjust a little bit? You know, they're only down 6, 3 minutes to play. Will Concord Christian hold the ball? Will they bring it out and hold the ball?
A little keep away, maybe.
Yeah, where I grew up, the 30-second shot clock for women's basketball, girls basketball, came in California way before the boys. It was in 25, 30 years ago, and then the boys came in, creeping in afterward. But it made a huge difference. I think you'd see a different game.
Stevens only 3 team fouls as well. That's something to keep an eye on. Press broken, 2-on-1, but a travel first. As Sarah Muir, a little indecisive there. The freshman may have dragged that back pivot foot.
Yeah, I think she.
And again, just a rare second half turnover, number 4. Here's a steal. Carlisle, that one tipped off the glass. Paquette has it and goes the other way. Into the corner, 3 on the way for Sullivan, too strong. Paquette, monster rebound, can't get the putback. Crashing the party is Levertu, and a jump ball is called in the lane. Stevens has the possession arrow.
And right there you see the size we talked about in the first half. Reared its ugly head yet again, but they got to finish. You got to be able to make baskets, right? You take advantage of your size and make baskets.
Lavertu inside out, ready to fire as Bundy. Three-pointer, no good from the wing. Emma Smith the rebound.
Bundy hits a couple more, and boom, right back in the game.
6-point lead. Still a 2-possession difference. 2.5 to go now, fourth quarter. Stevens looking for a stop. Bundy poked it loose from behind. Muir able to collect. Far side, Carlisle skips it near side. Caden Rio thought about it. Instead goes back out to Smith, who dribbles away out of a double team. Coach Condon wanted an offensive foul there. Won't get it. Bounce pass is tipped. It rolls out of bounds in the corner. And again, will stay here with the Kingsmen with 2:14 to go.
They took quite a bit of time off on the clock, and I think they're still trying to score, but they just need to be really strong with the ball.
And grind down that clock, right?
Yeah, and they're playing now, right? Stevens is playing man now, so that's kind of what Concord Christian was hoping they would do, maybe, so you can pass and cut, pass and cut.
Got a timeout here.
Great timeout because they do look a little befuddled with the man. They were waiting for them to come out and play man. That's what they wanted them to do. So now you can pass, screen, pass, and cut. And you know what? Just get a layup. Just look for a layup. No other shot but a layup right now. You're ahead.
Maybe the message here is Coach Carlisle drawing something up. Stevens, meanwhile, you got to start taking some gambles defensively, right? With 2 minutes to go, down 6.
You do. When we talk shot clock again, right? If we had the shot clock, then you can play really good defense for 30 seconds and get the ball back. Yeah. Right now, well, they only have 3 fouls, too. This is where maybe you think about, Coach, foul, quickly, 3 times. Get them close to 1-and-1, close to the bonus.
Right.
Because right now you're going to have to foul 4 times
to get to the 1-on-1.
And you got to be able to get it close, otherwise you run out of time, right? Clock management is big right now. Clock management.
Pass near the rim, taken in by Smith, who wisely pulls it back out. As Concord Christian looks to kill some more clock here.
This is where you got to go. Bounce pass, fake high, throw low. Don't turn the ball over, right? See what they're doing? Moving the ball around. Don't worry about shooting. There's a good foul.
Bundy will stop the clock and give her team's 4th foul here with 1:47 remaining.
There's about 20 seconds or so.
Second on Bundy.
With the balls and the foul, you got to foul again almost immediately.
See how the Cardinals play it.
And go for the steal.
Muir in the backcourt. Boble is on her. Boble, I think it's 3 fouls. And a travel. Good defense there to force a little bit of a hitch in the step.
A little bit. I couldn't tell if she traveled. She was blocked by the defender. I didn't really see her feet. But.
And by my count, unofficially, of course, that's 15 turnovers each way. So both defenses have made their marks. Here's what do we got here? A foul in the backcourt.
Yeah, foul was on. I can tell you right now, foul was on Lily Carlisle, 33 in the reach. And you don't want to foul.
That's her 4th. Too.
Yeah, you don't want to put them at the free throw line, right? That's just 3 baskets.
Team foul number 9, so still a 1-and-1 here. Final 99 seconds now on the clock. Still a 6-point game here at 44-38. Free throw up and in.
See, right there, you foul them when you didn't need to, and the lead is cut to 5, and you don't want to foul anymore at all. Next time it's 2 shots. They're in double bonus in the next foul.
Boble going to go 2 for 2. She's played excellent on both ends tonight.
Don't foul Boble. Wide open down the floor. Oh, can't make the pass.
Up the floor, Muir, catch and finish at the glass.
Good look. Little sneak out.
46-40 and a reach here.
And just why are you pressing too? You're ahead. Back up. Get
Carlisle
back in that man.
Didn't like it. That's number 5, so Coach Carlisle going to have to go to the bench. Megan Muir over at the scorer's table, the junior, about to replace the sophomore.
We have a couple people in foul trouble. This can happen now. Going forward, we have a few people that might foul out here.
Lily Carlisle done for the night, unofficially 7 points, 4 rebounds.
And Sarah Muir, I think, has what? You said Sarah Muir had 3, maybe 4 fouls as well?
Yeah, she has 4.
4 fouls. So
meanwhile, Paquette misses her first free throw of the night, had been a perfect 4 of 4.
And we didn't even say anything.
No,
did we?
Can't blame us. Second one, good.
So
5-point game again.
If they foul again, like if right now, if Concord Christian fouls again, though, I'm calling timeout and just reminding my girls, stop fouling.
Don't reach. Here's a foul.
That's a good foul.
Stevens is Lavertu going to give it here between the circles. Little push to stop the clock with 1:20 remaining. That's her second. And Stevens now with 5 team fouls, so still 1 left to give.
And that's a good foul, right? We wanted to get it closer and closer, so you still got another one.
Backdoor pass, Muir. 2-on-2 in the lane. This one kicked by Paquette.
Now, defensive player. You have to see your man and the ball at the same time. Had her back turned because that was a lob, Nick. You or I? Me. I'm old. I could have got that one. Like, we could have got that steal if we would have seen the ball. I'm old. I still would have gotten it.
Yeah, they've been aggressive on that sidelines inbound pass for sure. They've thrown a couple near the rim, and it's paid off. Meanwhile, a foul in the corner. It's going to be given by Bundy to stop the clock at the minute 12, and that will put Stevens up against the limit with 16 fouls.
So the next one, you'll shoot free throws, 112. The clock has been kind of moving slowly at this point with all these fouls and these quick plays.
Okay with Stevens as they try to fight a two-front war here, the clock and the opponent. And there's team foul number 7. It comes in the corner with 1:11 remaining.
It's a good foul.
It's a reach by Lavertu.
I do like the way, though, you and I talked before about how I'm a huge fan of every single time you take the ball out of bounds from the side or underneath the basket.
You try to score.
You should try to score. Don't just get it in.
Yeah.
And like right here, they couldn't make that long pass. That is the worst spot to take the ball out of bounds. That deep corner over there.
You're right. Meanwhile, 1-1 won't go down. Boval has the rebound.
And don't foul.
Into the corner, Bundy, three-pointer, pretty good look. Won't go, back iron. Boval, another rebound. Bundy ready to shoot again. This time it's around the rim and out. Paquette to the glass. Paquette can't hit the two-footer, and Emma Smith takes it off the back iron for Concord Christian. We're down to 50 seconds. Kingsman with the basketball and a 5-point lead. They'll draw another foul here in front of the home bench, as the freshman Caden Rio is going to head to the free throw line for a 1-1. That's the third against Sullivan, and the 8th team foul against Stevens. Clock stops with the inside of 47 seconds remaining.
Right now, Stevens just can't make a basket. They just, Paquette had an easy basket underneath there.
Smith, the offensive rebound.
She makes that in the first half.
Smith is fouled. Boval the reach. 42 seconds. That number 4 on the sophomore?
I think so, yeah.
It is. That's team foul number 9 as well. So still a 1-1 with, again, 42 seconds even. Kingsman's lead is 5 at 46-41. Emma Smith has been the star tonight. 21 points, a game high. Most of that damage came in the third quarter. She's got a free throw here to push her total up to 22.
You got to make free throws right now, and this is how you win ball games. You make free throws, you hang on to the ball, and you stop fouling. No more fouls for Concord Christian.
Up and in.
23 points for her. Wow, she's really good in the second half, right?
48-41. Largest lead for Concord Christian as well at 7. Boval runs out of room, lost the basketball. Smith able to corral and draws the foul here deep in the backcourt with 37 seconds remaining.
Emma Smith going to the free throw line again, approaching 24, 26 points at this point, right?
Unofficially, I think I've got it for 23.
23, okay.
And that includes, Justin, you'll like this stat, 4 of 5 from the free throw line.
Okay, I like that. Got to make free throws. What do we got? We had some sort of an official issue that we were concerned with.
Collectively, they're 8 of 11, the Kingsmen. And there's the jinx.
Got to make those. We did. We jinxed them. We have one non-jinx tonight. I don't know what happened down there. Paquette, who hasn't missed but one and then missed another. So
Smith trying to push the lead up to 8. Does so.
Got a beautiful looking shot. Beautiful stroke, as they say. Good follow through.
Very good player. 49-41, final half minute. Stevens starting to run out of time. Paquette tiptoes the baseline and gets a 2.
Take your time.
Sneaks it in off the glass. Inbound comes to Smith. And now Concord Christian trying to play keep away with 20 seconds. They draw a travel in the backcourt.
Where do we get that? She took a dribble and passed the ball.
Coach Carlisle not happy.
Coach Carlisle, if I was Coach Carlisle, I'd be dancing up and down, screaming and yelling at that point. I saw her dribble and pass.
Stevens going to take it. They go inside immediately to Paquette, who's got the wraparound 2 with the left hand.
And there
with
it
that,
is.
An immediate timeout from Coach Condon will stop the clock with 17 seconds. The lead is 4 at 49-45. Meanwhile, Alyssa Paquette starting to come on. 2, 4, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11, 13, 15 points. And that's despite some foul trouble early in the basketball game that limited her minutes in the first quarter. But she's been the anchor ever since offensively tonight.
They need her desperately. Bundy hasn't made too many shots in the second half, those threes like she made earlier. So Paquette, if she can get a couple more, a steal, keep the game like this. Look how close we are. 4-point game right now, right? Am I right? Seeing that correctly?
49-45.
4-point game. 17 seconds left. So Concord Christian, be strong with the ball.
Yep.
Don't turn it over. If you can't get the ball in right now, call timeout, and you can run the baseline.
Yep. Can run after a
Run
make.
the baseline.
They're going to go into the corner. Smith is going to draw a foul. And that, I believe, is number 5 against Bovell.
That is the worst place to throw the ball inbounds to.
The corner, right.
The corner. So what you got to make sure you get the ball somewhere, either toward the middle. You want to break to the ball. Come to the ball, not to the corner. Because if you're a good defensive team, what do? You trap the corner.
All right, we got Bovell fouled out. Going to finish with unofficially 5 points and 7 rebounds. A couple of steals as well. She's replaced by the freshman Addison DeRozier. Meanwhile, Smith
Beautiful.
continuing to add to her total at the free throw line. Knocks the first of 2 down. Lead is 5, now 6.
Bovell was so good in the first half defensively. So good.
Gonna have to watch the final seconds from the sideline. Meanwhile, Paquette tiptoes around the defender, left it short, and then a jump ball is called as Paquette is knocked down.
Fortuitous for Concord Christian, goes their way.
Yep, possession arrow favoring the Kingsmen. Just inside of 8 seconds remaining. Stevens still down 6. Kate Smith throws it in.
Tough, that is
Deep
tough.
pass, and then a foul given at midcourt by Sullivan.
Good foul, because that was not a good entry pass at all. That should have been a steal. Oh, you know what? It got away from Stevens. I tell you what, they played so well, and I think that they surprised Concord Christian. But the veteran leadership, even though these girls, there's so many young girls on this team. But you're telling me 8th graders played last year?
Yeah.
So you have these girls that played last year in 8th grade in the finals.
Right.
So they know how to win games at the end. They've just done it longer right now. Already, How can you say an 8th grader's done it longer?
They play a lot of off-season basketball, from my understanding as well.
Together?
Together. So there's the difference. Meanwhile, this free throw is collected off the front iron by Emma Smith. Fittingly her 10th rebound, and that is going to do it. A come-from-behind victory by Concord Christian. 51-45 is the final. They erase what was at one point an 11-point lead for Stevens early in this second half. They went on a big run at the end of the third quarter to wrestle the lead away. And they will play tomorrow night at Keene State for the Division III championship against either Conant or Hopkinton. That semifinal is coming up next.
That was a phenomenally fantastic second half.
Yeah.
For Concord Christian, adjusted well. They shot free throws well. Emma Smith, she ended up with about 27 points at the end with that extra 2 more free throws that she hit. 10 rebounds, I think you said. She was great. They really play well, and you can see it. Now you see on the faces of Stevens too. It's just hard to watch because they're visibly upset because I think they did think they were going to win that game because of their efforts in the first half. They were great in the first half.
They played well.
Yeah, I think defensively they were so good in the second half. Again, Concord adjusted. They adjusted just a little bit, and were able to now make shots. First half they didn't make shots, and the press just put them all out of sorts. Second half, just complete switch, right?
Yep, that press was big in the third quarter. It led to a number of transition buckets. And, of course, the freshman Emma Smith shouldered a lot of that offense, particularly in the second half, as we get some of the Concord Christian totals here. Unofficially, Emma Smith 26-10 tonight.
26-10, that's impressive.
The game's high scorer, also the game's high rebounder unofficially. Had help with Sarah Muir, her classmate. Freshman chipped in with 9 points and 5 rebounds. And Lily Carlisle, the sophomore, a good effort before fouling out in that fourth quarter. 7 points and 4 rebounds unofficially. On the Stevens side, Kylie Bundy, big first half that included a couple of threes. Had 10 points at the break, winds up with 14. And that includes a 4 for 5 performance at the free throw line.
Yeah, she shot well in the first half. She did very well in the first half.
Their star, of course, as we talked about, the senior Alyssa Paquette, whose career unfortunately ends tonight. But she goes out on a high note with 15 points and 4 rebounds. And Isabella Bovell, to your point, really spearheading that zone defensively tonight. Fouled out in the closing seconds. The sophomore ends up unofficially 5 points and 7 rebounds. Justin, your final thoughts?
Well, Now, we don't do this very often, but I would say the player of the game, right? A player of the game. Maybe in the playoffs we should do this. Player of the game, Emma Smith from Concord Christian. If Stevens would have won the game, I would have said Bovo would have been player of the game simply because of her defensive efforts in the first half, and the game got away from them a little bit in the end. I thought the game was won because of Concord Christian's adjustments to that defense, that 1-2-2, 3-2 kind of a combo, get way out there and force them. First half they played offense near half court. Second half they played offense near the basket. So that makes a huge difference in how your offense works, how you score the ball, all that, and they shot well. So they did everything they did everything right in the second half that they just couldn't do in the first half. So that's why they won the game.
Tale of two halves, right?
Absolutely.
51-45 is our final. A very short turnaround for head coach Rebecca's Carlisle's club as they will take on the winner of our next game tomorrow night at Keene State, part of a boys-girls championship doubleheader in Division III. Of course, we're on the scene beginning with the first game, which tips off at 5 o'clock Eastern. But still business to get to here. The other side of the semifinal bracket, so to speak. Top seed Conant and Hopkinton set to tip off, well, officially at the top of the hour. That may be a couple minutes late, we'll see. But coming up shortly either way. Again, the top seed Conant against the number 5 Hopkinton Hawks. So that game coming up, we'll step aside and close this one out as our final score is 51-45. Concord Christian a winner. This has been a presentation of the 2023 NHIAA Girls Division III semifinals right here on Friday Night Lights New Hampshire in conjunction with the NFHS Network.